Bart,
Count me down.
Bart, will you turn off the click track?
Homer, let him have his click track.
No, well, don't have a cow, man. I gotta click. And I like it.
I need to go to the library to read up on my click tracks. My daddy said.
Lisa, you're such a boner.
I'm a boner. Bart, bring your boner in here.
Oh, Dad, I don't know what to do. It won't go down, and this is not cowabunga.
Homer, are you Bart?
Smithers, read me the beginning of the movie Stratton. Okay, sir.
My pleasure, sir.
During World War II, the British Navy created an elite secret squadron to carry out its most dangerous and classified missions. Known as the Special Boat Service, the unit proved so effective it was often assigned to work beside secret intelligence, MI6.
Marge, would you tell me what the movie was about?
I don't want to...
You don't want to do this for the whole episode?
We can't commit to this.
Oh, man. Welcome back to Truly Rotten Potatoes. What a pleasure. What a guest. And what a way it is to be here. I'm Morgan. With me today is Mitch Gosling.
Yeah, hey.
And Declan James Shrub.
Hey.
Whose middle name is Oliver.
Yes.
Hayden is absent. He's mowing the lawn or doing something.
Normally I'd say don't say my middle and last names, but I'm a customer of both Optus and Medibank Private, so the whole world's got more than just my name at this point.
What do they have?
They got my date of birth, they got my gender, phone number, address, email, maybe some banking details. Who knows? It's all on the dark web now. Medibank refused to pay the ransom. And yeah, the hackers just sold that shit.
Well, celebrate good times. Come on. I don't know if you heard that, but there's a bottle of Prosecco being popped to celebrate the fact that Optus has leaked our information. Woo!
Wow.
Thank you, Optus.
Let's talk about Stratton.
Stratton.
2017 is what it says on IMDb. 2018 is what it said on Wikipedia. Let's just
2117.
call it 2016.
Call it like it is.
This was an action movie. This was in the similar vein to Precious Cargo.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was a British action movie. It's one of those ones where there's like guys that work for a spy kind of secret organization, and they go around trying to track down a bioweapon that a Russian guy is releasing. And they shoot people, and they chase people, and they get shot at, and sometimes they die, and sometimes they blow up a bus, and sometimes they flip a car.
But not enough.
Not enough on boats for being the special boating service or whatever.
Yeah, the SBS really needed to up their game.
When I hear SBS, I think foreign language films. I think nudity on a Friday night. I think soccer.
Run, Lola, run.
I think experimentation of sexuality in a bathroom cubicle with yellow subtitles.
Yes.
And this film had none of that.
I think of special news reporter Lily Chin with her spiky purple fro.
Yes, and just like a funny way of talking about international news.
And when I hear Stratton...
And when I hear
Stratton and I hear SBS together, what do I think of?
I'm thinking about my boy Davey.
we're
David
thinking
Stratton.
The husband of Margaret Pomeranz.
Oh, yeah, David.
And when I think of people reviewing movies, I think of Truly Rotten Potatoes.
So
yeah, when are we getting David on the
We are the new at the movies, and we only watch the 0%ers.
So please welcome David Stratton to the show, everybody.
And it's great to be here.
David.
What did you think of The Castle, the original Castle? The Australian film by Working Dog.
Yeah, I just thought that this film, that style of humor went out with Dad and Jack.
In 60 years ago.
60 years ago.
This is an obscure reference, but he's quoting David Stratton's real review of The Castle on At the Movies.
And he didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
It's an okay movie. I don't know. I don't know what's a good movie in terms of Australian movies other than Me and My Mates versus the Zombie Apocalypse. Get it now on Vivo. Get it now on Vivo.
Vivo music video.
Yeah. Get the full-length music video.
I don't think there's been a good Australian movie since Me and My Mates, nor before. I think that's the one that we
the
stand
dish,
by.
get it out of here.
The dish isn't very good, is it? I mean...
You used to love your Mick Malloy movies.
Bad eggs.
Bad eggs.
Cracker Jack.
I don't know if I liked them.
Boytown.
I watched them just to be like, Australia.
Yeah,
This is Australia.
yeah.
Was he in the Wannabes? Remember the Wannabes?
No, that's not Malloy.
What's that?
That was
That's
Nick Giannopoulos.
Nick Giannopoulos.
Had
Yeah.
a few of those like.
They make like a
players from
Wiggles.
those ones.
They have like a Wiggles type thing.
okay.
Yeah.
But they're like they have to get them back together, and some of them.
What about
like, do crack.
Takeaway? Takeaway with Vince
Takeaway.
Colosimo.
Takeaway, yeah.
Awesome,
That was another bad one.
And who was the guy? Who's the other guy? Who's the white guy? In
Steve
that?
Curry.
Steve Curry. Love some Steve Curry. He shows up in the new Thor.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He is. He's in the.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah.
I've
He's-
changed my mind then. I love the castle. I liked not Bad Eggs, but the
Not
one,
Cracker Jack.
Not Cracker Jack.
Boytown. You're a Boytown.
Boytown.
man.
I like
Boytown
I
was
like
sick.
the music from Boytown.
Yeah,
Some
and
really good
famously,
songs.
after you watched Boytown, like within the last 12 months, you enjoyed it so much, you emailed the guy who wrote the music to
Yes.
Boytown. And how did that go?
I don't know. Did he respond?
I think you said, "Do you want to be on this podcast?"
Yeah, I think I did.
I think he did respond at first. I haven't
yeah,
seen this.
yeah.
This is just relaying what you told me.
Yeah.
And then you were like, "Oh, thanks for the response. Hey, I do this horrible movie podcast. Do you want to come on?" And then you just got like a sender not found mailer demon error.
Oh, here he is, Gareth. Yeah, I'll read through the... Hi, Gareth. My name is Morgan. I'm a hobbyist musician. I have a tendency to occasionally put on a 20-plus-year-old Aussie movie I've never seen for nostalgia's sake, which makes no sense. But I did this yesterday with the movie Boytown, which was okay across the board. The songs really got me, though. They invite multiple listens. Largely the melodies, chords, and harmonies, and the way they relied on each other was what hooked me. God, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah. Have
They
you
seem-
tested yourself for autism?
No, definitely in written form, I'm autistic. They seem simple on the face, but remind me of some of my favorite The Beach Boys tracks in their complexity. See, I don't know, because I don't know if I take myself seriously when I'm writing this stuff, or like
You're just doing it.
I'm
just
doing
doing
it.
it.
I'm doing it with
Later
a
on
good
you think,
dose of humor, but it is a good
Yeah.
question. Am I autistic? Call in now. We'll definitely be checking out more of your stuff. Thanks for the inspiration. Best, Morgan.
And then reply. What was the reply?
G'day, Morgan. Thanks for your kind note. I don't receive that kind of feedback that often. If you're interested in checking out more stuff, either my Bandcamp page or my website would be the way to go. Thanks again and kind regards, Gareth Skinner.
Did you say at the end of yours, like, "Hey, where can I find more of your music"?
Yes, we'll definitely be checking out more of your stuff. Thanks for the
Okay, cool.
inspiration. And then I did go and check it out. Yeah.
So you basically said your songs were good. They reminded me of the Beach Boys, and he said, "I don't get feedback like that very often."
Yeah. He
Here's
was like,
my
"You're
Bandcamp."
wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like the Beach Boys. There's no melody in my music."
The way you said I enjoyed like the chords, melodies, and harmonies or whatever, it seems like a bot or something is
Yeah.
writing it, like
Yeah.
an AI.
I enjoy the way that they interacted with one another.
Now, was there a part to that conversation where you then suggested he join Australia's Toughest Podcast?
Yeah, so obviously that's me seducing him, and then the second email is, a little bit longer. Cheers, mate. I'll head over to Bandcamp when I have some time later this
No,
hour.
don't do that. Just either have done it or don't.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
know.
have to be like, I'll
I
book
will
in. I'll
do
book
that.
in this
Yeah.
afternoon.
I got to travel over there. It takes a while. Got to borrow my brother's car. This was not my original reason for emailing you. I
Oh,
just
no.
wanted to let you know
Oh.
the music in Boytown really surprised me in the best way possible. But as we're corresponding, I'm just a snake.
Oh, this is bad.
I'm like
and
a-
you even said
I'm like a salesman.
this wasn't the real. Oh no, this now is not.
Yeah,
the
this
real,
next part
okay.
is not the real
I thought
reason.
it was
No,
you
no,
being
no,
like
no,
the
no.
original email
No,
was
no.
was a veiled way of getting you to
No.
agree to this.
No, this is me double veiling and being like, oh, by the way, I wasn't
Now that
going to
I've got
ask
you
you
on the
this.
line.
Yeah, as you've responded, and I know that you're a real person. Myself and 3 others host a podcast. It's a movie review comedy podcast where we dissect movies that have a 0% rating on the Rotten Tomatoes website. Everyone, I guess every so often we break from the theme and have a guest. We encourage them to pick any film, good or bad, and we all watch it and then talk about it. To date, we have had guests such as Auntie Donna, The Living End, Seth Century, and more. Would you be interested in guesting to discuss Boytown? If not, all good. It just occurred to me now as I sip on my third coffee.
Oh my god, why was that detail in there?
I'm trying to build rapport here. And then the response is, "Hey Morgan, I love coffee too." No.
No, oh god.
He didn't respond, and then I said,
Yeah.
"Our podcast is called Truly Rotten Potatoes." In case you wanted to sample it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry for making you relive that. I can tell that would hurt. But I love the part at the end where you just say, just sipping on my third coffee. Because it's like, number one, I'm a little bit fancy. Number two, I'm writing this to you in like a caffeine-induced adrenaline haze. If I hadn't had one too many coffees, I probably wouldn't have done
crazy
this.
idea wouldn't happen.
Oh,
he's
love
cool.
that.
Gareth Skinner and me go way back.
Yeah, the relationship goes deep after he stopped replying.
But, Dave Stratton did not like the castle.
No, he didn't.
No, that's where we started.
And that's what this film was about. Because after that, he joined the SBS, and as everybody knows, the Special Boat Service does elite missions. And
that is weird that the movie's called Stratton and is about people in a group called the SBS.
Yeah.
When Mitch kept thinking it was a David Stratton biopic halfway through, he was like,
there is one.
When's he going to show up? What do you mean?
There's a documentary.
What are you talking about?
There's a documentary.
Documentary isn't a biopic.
That's... I'm imagining a biopic while I'm watching the documentary, though.
Okay, you're just imagining a different actor do the same scenes. Okay, that's cool.
Like a Richard Roxburgh in like old man makeup.
So this movie, Stratton, starred Dominic Cooper. Is that his name? He's
from the film Warcraft.
Oh yeah,
By Duncan
Warcraft.
Jones, and he was in Preacher. The AMC comic book series, executive produced by Seth Rogen. That show.
And
not great.
It was directed by a guy called Simon West.
Oh, he's also Tony Stark's dad in like Captain America.
I thought Roger
Tony
Sterling
Stark's
was.
dad.
Tony Stark.
Oh, Dominic Cooper plays the young but Tony Stark's dad in like
Hank Stark or whatever.
Yeah, the one who got killed by Bucky Barnes.
Yeah. But
you find out,
he later spoilers. Because he turns into Madman Man.
Yeah, Roger from Mad Men.
Hey, what about this?
Slattery, John Slattery.
John Slattery. Yeah, somebody said to me last night, it's not a spoiler if it's a bad movie.
Well, that's the ethos of this podcast, isn't it?
You can't spoil something if it's already
can't
bad.
spoil this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a spoiler to a pretty good movie.
I kind of buy that because it's like you shouldn't
There was
even watch
nothing
the
to
movie.
spoil.
Yeah, there's no interest, there's no twist here. I'm just telling you that you shouldn't see this movie and this is what happens in it. I can kind of see it.
That was Dave Stratton that said that to me last night.
Yeah.
David Stratton. So on At the Movies, he would do big twist endings and spoil it if he thought the movie was bad.
Well, the only reason that he stopped At the Movies is because they wouldn't let him review movies while drinking copious amounts of sherry. That was his sort of deal because they were like
his teeth were going red,
and they would try to give him like a cup with like whiskey, and he's like, no, a smaller glass.
That's right.
A goblet of
He
sorts.
would cross his arms and shake his head and like purse his lips, but he wouldn't say anything.
And he would always, he would, like, people would say, I love At the Movies. And he'd go, that's not the full title. That's the shortened title. The real one's At the Movies and On the Piss. Because he was always drunk.
Yeah.
On the Piss with David Stratton. They showed me a film called The Castle. Bloody bullshit.
Not a royal family in sight. So this Stratton movie that we watched was just one of the ones that fits into the category of not entertaining, not crazy, not really bad.
Production values were fine.
Yeah, production values were fine. Directed by Simon West, who did Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and Con Air.
Mm-hmm. Good, like watchable movies, fun movies.
And this was just below watchable for me. It was like just kind of boring the whole time. And you've seen a million movies like this. We've seen a few on this list before. So there's not that much to say about it. And I don't really want to get deep into the plot.
Yeah, because it's kind of like The Bourne Identity, except you're asleep.
Yeah, and he doesn't have amnesia. He just knows that he's a secret agent guy, and one of his friends dies in a mission at the start.
The guy from the CW Superman show, Superman and Lois, or something. Just like handsome guy, and you're like, he's gonna die, and then he does, and then
it's interesting because it's basically like it's called Stratton, just like a movie would be called Bond, and it's just like a bad James Bond, but it doesn't have any of the cool gadgets.
He goes
any of
into
the fashion.
MI6. the MI6 lady is doing a British accent, and I very cleverly pointed out, that's got to be a Denmark accent. I said
You
it has
said
to
she
be
sounds Swedish, but she's doing an English accent. Little parts of her Scandinavian accent would pop through, and then
Yeah.
we looked her up. She's from Denmark, and she's in the Wonder Woman movies. What's her character's name?
I don't know. She's one of the Amazon.
You know how I could tell?
Hippolyta, also Hippolito, something like that.
Do you know why I thought she was Swedish? Because whenever somebody would enter the room, you could
She'd
hear
say,
her.
"Bork, bork,
and she
bork."
would be yodeling, and then she'd quickly go, "Oh, I didn't see you there," and she would just very quickly get off the mountain that is in her office.
And something was
stop
going on
yodeling.
with her face. Like her skin, you could see the real red of her neck, and then her face was like patchy. And
I think it's it would have just been they've wanted to get her makeup in a very specific way that didn't match up with how they saturated the movie.
yeah,
So
maybe that's it.
she comes off looking real splotchy and strange, and then you've got like Gemma Chan, who's just like always looking immaculate.
Yeah, like perfection on screen.
And I'm feeling bad for this actress because everything she's from Eternals, Xanax of a movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's pretty much it. But I mean, that sounds like fun.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having fun with that. Let's talk about
I'm having
that.
fun already. I'm actually feeling pretty good now.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's,
Whoa,
that's all we need.
That one just
Yeah.
hit.
But
Whoa.
yeah, she just seems to be in like sleepy movies.
Yeah, she plays a dial tone of a character in this as well, which is just like straight-faced analyst character who's looking at computers and being like, okay, they're entering the room now. You guys got to get out of there. All right, I'll order you the helicopter. I just need to get authorization first. That's a line she says.
There's no time.
Yeah.
And then people always walking up behind her being like, what's going on? Can I have a peek at the screen? And she's like, stop breathing down me bloody neck, would you?
So that sounds like fun when you
Yeah.
say it, but
Now,
when I watched it, I was like,
speaking of
could have
people
been
walking
fun.
up behind her and looking at her screen, one of them is the very famous Tom Felton.
Tom Felton.
Draco Malfoy from the
Felton.
Harry Potter series. But he's our age now.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
hairline's receding a bit.
Now he's
his,
hairy.
His childhood good looks have turned
He
into
finally
just...
caught up to our age.
Yeah.
He used to be little.
For so long he was little.
When we were in our 20s, he was little. Now he's caught up to us. I used to ask that every morning when I'd be hanging out with Sean and Catherine Finocchiaro before school, because it's sort of like,
Names
oh,
changed to keep them safe.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they were Optus customers. Go for it.
They would come over to our house one week before school and we'd play Connect 4 and silly games in the backyard. And then the next week we go over there to give my mum a break. Shared custody kind of
Give
thing.
her a Kit Kat. Yeah.
Babysitting stuff. But we would always play Connect 4 and one of the Finocchiaros would always go, Connect 4, whenever they would get Connect 4 because they said it was in the rules and anytime we would do it, we
You have to
wouldn't do
say it.
Well, we were just like, I'm not going to say it because it's
Yeah.
lame. And they're like, well, you didn't win then. If you don't say Connect 4, you didn't win.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, fine, Connect.
It's similar to chess where you have to go, chicka chicka checkmate.
Yeah, exactly. Just like in the ads.
If you don't
That's what they would say. It's like in the ads. You have to do it like in the ads.
If you don't
Connect
say it, the
4.
game's still playing.
Yeah. So we would. We'd be like, Connect 4. And they're like, oh, no, do it properly. Connect 4. No, you have to do it like this. Connect 4. So they would make us do that. But then we got into a bit of an argument with them and it's in the rules. You read the rules and it says
What?
you must say Connect 4.
They pulled out the rule book and they actually...
Yeah, at the end of the game, you
Wow.
say Connect 4. Which, if you're mute, sort of, this is, an anti... This is a very
Yeah.
ableist game.
You can't sign language it.
Yeah, but then afterwards, we would walk... Often the way that it was decided who would go first in the games that would play outside of Connect 4 was based on age. And I'm obviously the youngest in age out of the four of us. Obviously. It goes Hayden, Catherine Finocchiaro, Sean Finocchiaro, Morgan Finocchiaro. And I would always ask, like, when am I going to be older? When am I going to catch up to Sean?
Yeah.
And they would always tell me, like, next week you're going to be older than
Oh,
Sean.
was this a gag or did you not
No,
know?
I was retarded. Like I was like 5 years old and thought like eventually I'm going to catch up to this guy and the status is going to flip.
So you are more than just email autistic.
Yeah, no. When I was
the whole spectrum.
when I was a kid, I was age retarded, and now I'm just email autistic.
I did have a fight with someone once because I said Uno at the end of a game of Uno, and they were like, "It's Uno," and so you didn't say it.
No.
Sorry, you're out. You don't have any cards.
No. Mitch goes, Uno, and they go, it's actually Uno, and then it's just fists start flying. Mitch has already punched them in the face. Yeah.
Oh, you want to do some fist stuff, do you? Let's do some fist stuff. Is that a thing in sex, like in hand stuff?
Yeah.
He's
There's
like,
butt stuff, fist stuff.
Fist stuff.
Yeah.
She only wants to do fist stuff.
You never want to mix butt stuff and fist stuff.
I went out with this date. I went out on a date last night. She only wants to do fist stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of fist bumping type stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like the fisting community is pretty substantial.
Fist bumping uglies, they call it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I heard fisting, I was like, that's not the size of an asshole or vagina.
He's looking at his fist here and he's comparing it.
No,
but apparently it's more like I guess they don't want to call it like...
Oh, the Pringle hand.
You put all your... the Pringle hand, where you're putting your hand
yeah.
down the Pringles.
Yeah.
But at least you get to widen the Pringle can with your fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it'd be like a soft, squishy Pringle can, which have been getting smaller and smaller, those things.
Which we will be recording after the podcast, just so you know. Now that we've figured it out what it is, that's what the Truly Rotten Potatoes podcast will be turning into.
About potato chips.
And
we're
if you,
trying out different
if you can
things.
feel any uncomfortability in Mitch's voice, I feel like he's got sunscreen in his
sunscreen in
I
eyes.
do have
eyes.
sunscreen in my
He's
eyes.
wiping sunscreen out of his eyes.
I'm just going to... Carry on, fellas. I'm just going to wash out my eyes.
We're doing this podcast outside in the nude at Civic Pool. Come on down, get yourself a snag, play a game of volleyball with us. Jump off the 10 meter.
You know how
guys ever do
sometimes
that?
if you're a kid and you'd swear, you'd use a curse word, your mum would wash your mouth out with soap?
Yeah.
Well, Mitch's mum would wash his eyes out with sunscreen.
If he ever watched somebody swear.
If he saw it.
Yeah. Did your mums ever do that? My mum did that to me probably two or three times.
I took a bite or two of the old soap.
Yeah.
But I wanted it. I'd pushed it so far and it was, it was being threatened as a punishment.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Fine,
here we go.
do it.
I'm wide open, mama.
Wide open, mama.
And then she would I think you're meant to rub it on the tongue, right? And I would take a bite and I'd be like, more, it's delicious. But it was so gross. It was fucked.
Yeah.
I would swallow it and then pretend to pass out and go all lightheaded.
Yeah. I would have a mouthful of frothy juices that I'd created, and as soon as I swallowed it, I'd roll my eyes back into my head and start frothing and shaking, saying, "The devil, the devil."
I feel like my mum would have just walked in and just seen me eating a bit of soap and gone, "It's not good," and just gone, yeah, that's him.
It's not good. It's much worse for you. Parents out there, it's much worse to put soap in a child's mouth than for them to let an expletive fly out of their mouth. Just as a health
Just
warning.
remember, they'll always thank you. In their minds, they'll think about it next time they go to say fuck, or cunt or something like
Fuck,
that.
marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry,
They'll
kill.
be playing that and they'll go,
I can't. My mum, she had the soap.
She taught me a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she used to put me in the shower as well, make me have a cold shower. I was like, this
As a
rocks.
punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, this is fine because it actually it's good for your dopamine receptors. So afterwards you feel good about whatever crime you committed.
You're like, wow.
Yeah. But
I
then
guess
she
in
also would
reflection, that was
laugh
pretty
at
sweet.
she would laugh at your little shrunken winky.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, I was in the pool.
yeah. You've got no pubes, son. What's going
I'm
on?
11 years old, mum.
That's a real Aussie mum thing to do. Didn't they all just shame us for lacking
Shave us,
pubes?
yeah.
They'll shave us down.
Just shave us and then be like, where are your
Shave
pubes
us, then
now?
shame
In
us.
me
Thought that we
sandwich
saw it hair
bag.
the previous day, but then it was gone. Just no, you don't get these
Yeah.
until you've done all of your homework.
You don't get these reattached until you do your times tables.
Yeah. Get that glue that they use.
I'm not
on
getting the sewing
women's
machine out
eyelashes.
until you do your 7 times tables.
Sewing machine. And what about old grandmums with us? They'd have a good biscuit tin of all sorts or whatever, and they'd open, and you'd go to your grandma's house, and you'd think there's all sorts of pubes in that biscuit tin, but it would just be sewing materials for the pubes.
Yeah.
for sewing them back in. Now, if you're noticing at home that we're not really talking about Stratton, it's because it wasn't.
Have you noticed?
There's nothing really to talk
You've
about.
been tipped off. If you've figured out the mystery.
A few little hints along
We
the
haven't
way.
been talking about Stratton. It's because there's not much to say. We explained
movie
what happened.
sucked balls.
He chases people.
Can we whip around highlights?
Any good moments?
Anything?
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do a
it's all
quick
at the end.
whip around.
There was
Let's
a scene
raise
at
some
the
money.
end where they were doing a double-decker bus chase,
Yeah.
and for some reason they had to get out of of the bus. So they threw a grenade under the bus flipped, and Gemma Chan jumped in front of a green screen sky and landed safely on the ground.
She just ducks and rolls out of like a falling bus.
And the best part was, this is how you know it was not like a Jean-Claude Van Damme action movie from the 90s that was direct to DVD. It was a 2017 action movie, is that the payload for whatever this bioweapon, I don't know if it was a nuke, they had a name called Secret Santa or something. It was
Secret...
Snow leopard.
There
were
Santa's
two.
Snow.
Santa's
Satan's
Snow.
Snow.
Yeah.
Satan's.
And the way that they were going to distribute this bioweapon to the world was via large drone.
Just a big drone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool because the last scene of the movie was the bad Russian guy wrestling with a drone as he was trying to hand program its coordinates in, and then Stratton himself, who was knocked unconscious and being pulled away from a dangerous
shot
scene,
a few times, yeah.
he just came to. He came just enough to see that he should stop this guy, and he just kind of underarm threw a grenade.
Well, he was holding
onto the guy's
he pulled
shoulder.
The pin in the bus.
Yeah, he was holding it for a long
passed
time.
out, but he's still holding it closed.
Yeah. Passed out with enough hand dexterity to hold that grenade ready. And then he threw it and it landed like on the guy's shoulder and blew him up.
Yeah, he blew up. He disintegrated in a second.
And then 2 seconds later, like 4 other SES guys or SAS guys had to come in with rocket launchers and blow the guy up, blow the drone up, and also blow the bus up.
Yeah, thank God for the SAS, because the SBS, it was a bunch of BS, if you ask me.
That's what I'm saying.
And it
they've
feels
got
like they're the
SAS.
B team as well.
Yeah.
Also, the B stands for boat, and there was very little boating action in this
You'd
movie.
think
There was
Special
more
Boat
boating
Service.
in Precious Cargo. There was a bigger boat fight scene, remember?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, the
most
special-
of that felt like it was all on boats.
Yeah.
I think the most boat we had was his mentor, so Stratton's mentor, who we find out
Yeah, that's right.
halfway through the film. So look, there's no reason to actually tell you guys this, but Stratton had a partner. They went down some pipes in scuba gear.
This is the opening scene.
Opening action sequence.
Gemma Chan is, by the way, monitoring them, but she's looking very bored at a laptop, and Tom Felton's in the background, and he's mad because his veggie sandwich has meat on it.
Yeah, because the third tech guy got them all different sandwiches. A veggie sandwich looks like it has meat on it. One of the two guys, Stratton's best friend, dies, and then he gets replaced by an American guy who's been in the Navy. He's done like 2 tours of Afghanistan.
They did a really interesting thing here, though, because Stratton, in the first scene, he was the kind of gung-ho, like maybe push the boundaries of protocol. And when
He's
his friend dies, he's upset. Then he gets a new replacement, and this new replacement becomes him. The new replacement's American. He's English as well. But that new guy is the one who's always like, we should just run out there right now and stop this. And they're like, no, we have to wait till things are safe. And then he just runs out, starts shooting, and gets them in shootouts.
He reverses the role, and it becomes obvious, like, why has this happened? Why did that guy have to die? Why did he have to be replaced? It's so that this guy could get an introduction into this character for our benefit via his old man mentor who lives on a boat. Just lives on a shitty little boat and tells this story that none of us were really paying attention to about how Stratton's parents died from boat terrorists, I want to say. And ever since I was their family friend, I basically taught him everything he knows.
We don't even have to tell you that. You can assume that that's why someone would join the special boat service.
Yeah.
Very paint by numbers.
And that old man, he reminds me of the old Meister in Game of Thrones, the one who's like kind of doddery and old, but in one scene you find out that
He actually has good posture.
Yeah, he's just been kind of playing it.
Yeah.
And there's a scene
Grand
where
Maester Pycelle.
old man Lannister's like, does anyone else buy this? And he's like, yes, they do. I'm going to keep the facade going. And he's like, okay, but just so you know, I know that you're not that old and withering and dottery.
Yeah, he has got that sort of sallow skin falling off his face. It's like blotchy and red. And
So this show's called Game of Thrones.
there's this television show, Mitch.
It's the
called Game
sequel
of
to
Thrones.
House of Dragon, your favorite show.
Oh yeah. No, I don't like that show.
Yeah. It's actually called House of No Dragons Are Left.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, so
I
Game of
can do that.
Thrones is about this family of yellow people. Okay, picture this.
A
Title,
couch gag.
Game of Thrones. Okay, no,
In
first
the
of all,
sky.
clouds. And the Game of
And
Thrones.
an angelic... And then we float through the city of this animated city called Dawn.
Grandmaster Pycelle is doing lines on the blackboard.
Of
And
cocaine.
when I say lines, I mean he's snorting
putting
lines
cocaine
of
on
cocaine
a blackboard.
On the blackboard.
Right, okay.
He's got a chalk piece that's actually cocaine. So every time he draws something,
He
he's
sniffs it
writing
up.
out a line of cocaine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like this intro really spells out what you're going to expect from
And
it.
he makes a different gag every week on that
right.
blackboard.
And then the church bells ring, and he's like, "Whoa, shit! Better get on my skateboard."
Yeah.
Gets out on the skateboard.
Then we hear like a honk honk. His dad works in a Game of Thrones-esque Renaissance nuclear factory.
Game of Thrones. What's that?
Okay, now we're getting circular. Okay, so now we're eating our own tail like an Ouroboros. Or an Aurora Borealis.
An Aurora Borealis at this time of year. That's a famous quote.
That's
from
when the
Game of
Northern
Thrones.
Lights eats itself. It's an Aurora Borealis Ouroboros.
Ouroboros Alice.
That reminds me of when I was at the zoo and I was looking at all the
You've
Ouroboros
never
and they
been to
kicked
the
me
zoo.
out.
He's
because
trying
I
to be
was-
fancy.
I was
I know he's
feeding
not-
all the
okay.
snake tails into their mouth.
Yeah, you know how they
Oh,
say
yeah.
don't feed the animals at the zoo? You're also not allowed to feed them themselves because it creates an Ouroboros.
I was just trying to do a magic trick. I just thought they'd all disappear.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the zoo? Who wants
What
to
is
go?
the
Who wants
deal?
to go to the zoo?
I do.
Well, it's
All right.
about wildlife captivity.
Why are we
and
here?
then putting them
Why-
in cages and selling tickets so everyone can come and see them.
Yeah, but
Which is
why are we doing a
just like our
podcast
show.
at the zoo?
Why are we at the zoo right now?
yeah.
we should. We should.
Why are we doing?
Can I
that?
say, anyone who wants to come down to Canberra Zoo, aka the National Zoo and Aquarium, by the way, you will see a picture of me in the foyer.
You
there.
will.
That's
You will.
true.
I have been used in advertising materials for the zoo for the last
Declan's
6
a bloody
years.
monkey. Declan's a bloody chimpanzee.
No, that's not it.
He's a gibbon. Oh,
Because he's a giraffe.
They just liked the way I looked when I fed the lions for an ad.
Yeah, you can. There's like a room where you can sleep in there with the lions.
Yeah, the Jamala Lodge.
Yeah, you do. You can get hurt.
Yeah. So there's a window.
There's a bestiality room.
No. There's a window between you.
There's
But
not much to come to Canberra for. But you get fuck a lot.
Yeah.
Fireworks,
porn,
we've got
and bestiality's
bestiality, greyhounds,
yeah.
greyhound bestiality.
You can get those rooms. A lot of people do for their honeymoon. They're really expensive. There's Jamala Lodge,
crazy.
and you can just like have the window open, and there's literally lines outside the window.
Now, what's that all about? Honeymoon. I mean, no, go on. What were you saying?
I was just going to say that you can pay like $1,000 a night to have lions watch you have sex for once.
Yeah, sick.
And
For
they-
once.
yeah, instead of the other way around.
Can I
Go to the zoo?
talk? No, I was going to talk about Stratton. But
I
we
don't
can
know.
go back
Can you go to the bathroom?
Can I go to the zoo?
May I?
bathroom.
May I? Remember when teachers would hit you with that? Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? I'm asking your permission. I don't think I can walk out. May you go to the bathroom? Fuck you,
This
miss.
is maths. This
This
isn't
is
English. Yeah, I don't
This
have to
isn't
use
grammar.
I feel bad when I think back to when someone would get me. It was like, I don't know, can you go to the bathroom? And I'd just be sitting there going, I needed to go to the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I meant the toilet, not the bathroom.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But then if you were to ask your PE teacher the same thing, if you were to go like, may I go to the bathroom? Your PE teacher would be, hey kids, get a load of this little piece of shit asking, may I go? Yeah, you can go. Just go. Can you? Yes. But may, what is this, English class?
Yes, my lord. You may enter the bathroom. Yes.
Peg balls at this kid now.
We're playing dodgeball, but everyone just hit this kid.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say there's a scene where Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton, so he backstabs the crew. He's part of the SBS, and I don't know, they blackmail him or something.
He becomes a Russian mole.
I was in a
at some
fugue
point.
state at this point of the film. I wasn't paying attention too much. But I don't know, when he killed himself, and by the way, just to put it out there, suicide is a very serious topic.
Yeah.
And a very
Seriously
unfortunate thing to
funny.
happen. But I bust out laughing. I don't know what it is in a movie.
it was a fake laugh.
Suicide can really can really tickle me.
Yeah.
Top 10 ways to go. How are you gonna do it?
And you guys remember the song, right? The song from MASH. Suicide is painless. It comes in many stages.
You know, that was written by the guy's son who wrote the
and
composition.
he made millions of dollars from
Yeah,
that.
and he was like, I did it so that the lyrics would be shit.
Yeah.
And wouldn't
He like gave it to like his 12-year-old son to write the theme song to MASH, and then he did, and then he made like millions of dollars.
And it is a good song. Fuck that guy.
Are those real lyrics?
Yeah, that's when you watch MASH the TV show, you just hear the instrumental, but that's the real lyric. Is "Suicide is painless." That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's awesome. But yeah, I guess top one way to die: the Korean War.
that's the one.
That's the number one.
Surrounded by.
Do they die? No, that's Blackadder. They all run like into the war at the end.
Yeah.
Do they do it in MASH as well?
No.
In MASH, the war just ends, right? And they all go
the war
home
ends
with
and
PTSD.
they're still stuck in. I think that there's that's the chicken episode where they're talking about how a woman had to kill a chicken to stop from being seen by the Korean military forces. And at the end of the episode, they reveal, because everyone's really sad about it. They're like, "Why is everyone crying about a chicken?" And they're like, "No, it was a baby." It's a really emotional.
That's in an episode of MASH.
Yeah, that's
the
final
finale
episode of MASH. Yeah,
which was like the most watched show on TV as well for a long time.
Wow, maybe I better watch some MASH.
Yeah, Alan Alda.
Yeah. And he doesn't say
Except
waka
he was
waka
actually
or
Alan
anything,
Younger
yeah.
back then.
He was so much. He was. Hey, you boys ever jumped off the 10-meter diving board or what?
No,
I never have.
Genuinely, like,
Yeah.
that seems fucked to me.
I heard about a
should do
kid
it.
that
That's
did
the
it,
way to
and
go.
like he was like, "I'll do it," and he like landed on his face, and he like smashed all his teeth out of his mouth.
What?
So yeah, it was Tim Sunderland.
How embarrassing.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
Well, if we get 10,000,
You got punched in the face by water.
yeah, he got knocked out.
If we get 10,000 views on this, or listens on this episode,
That's 10,000 more than we normally get.
Yeah. So I will jump off the 10-meter board.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, me
sweet.
too. I'll do
yeah.
a meter for every 1,000 listens.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet. I'll take that deal.
Yeah.
Wait, am I meant to give someone money or something? I'm not sure how this betting
No,
thing
You have
works.
to give me money.
How does the dare work?
If you listen to the podcast 1,000 times, I'll jump off a meter diving board.
You heard it here first, folks. Send it to all your friends. Send it to your 10,000 friends.
Get on down to the Olympic swimming pool. Or
Big Splash.
Big Splash, maybe.
Big Splash has
I
one
don't think.
too. Oh, yeah.
they don't-
Actually, wait.
no,
do they have a
don't
10 meter?
don't have
diving
that.
boards.
This is just Civic Pool had it.
Get
No,
bent.
they
don't
used to have
And Queanbeyan?
late night swimming theater where I just remember seeing like Garfield playing at the
Oh,
late night
God.
swim, and
I
was
thought it
like,
would be like Waterworld or Jaws, but you just saw Garfield?
No, I didn't see Garfield.
Yes, you
I
did.
wanted to
Stop
see Garfield.
saying you didn't go.
That was my dream.
When it said Garfield, you bought a ticket.
I was like, "Mum, can we?" And she's like, "We can watch Garfield."
why would you need your mum to buy you a ticket last year?
Well, no, it's called budgeting.
I'm trying to find the limerick that was in the Stratton movie. Did you guys see that part?
Wait, did you?
They were walking around all drunk.
There was a hair here.
Oh, yeah, they
Huh?
were,
And
yeah.
did you remove this hair?
Why you didn't want? Were you going to do something to that?
I was going to make a remark about a pube on the microphone.
Oh, were you?
on the Zoom.
I have been
But then I
fiddling.
I found a pube right now.
I have
on
been
my
fiddling around with it.
microphone,
It's
so-
entirely possible that I removed the hair from the Zoom
Just gonna do
recorder.
a
Should we
whole-
start again?
Yeah, do you want to do a pube bit?
Should we
we've
start
done
the
a few.
podcast again
Yeah,
because
let's
I removed the
restart
hair?
it.
All right, can I read the lyrics to Suicide is Painless already?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I don't really know the melody for the beginning part.
Just a reminder to everybody, this
Dun, dun,
episode
dun,
is
dun.
on the film Stratton 2017. All right,
Yeah.
Declan,
All right,
go
read
ahead.
those.
Through early morning fog I see visions of the things to be, the pains that are withheld from me. I realize and I can see. Suicide is painless, it brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. All right, that's the first verse.
That's pretty good.
I actually love it.
Do they make kids sing the second verse to that at the beginning of
Like-
assembly, or just the first
Just
verse?
the first verse, yeah. No one knows the second.
they should make
The
kids
second
sing
one
that.
definitely starts with "Beneath Our Radiant Southern Cross." though.
Beneath the radiant southern cross.
Also, telling people that suicide is painless seems like not the right thing to do. If they're like, "Oh, really? It doesn't hurt at all. All right, I'll give it a go."
Why hasn't anyone ever taken this to Alan Alda? This is like...
We just take it straight to the top to Alan Alda. I wish he would run for president.
Yeah, like in the later seasons of The West Wing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
He's in there?
yeah.
I got to watch The West Wing. I'm still on Matt Perry's
Studio
Sunset.
60 on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah. Which, in his audiobook, he refers to him as the star. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
Do you think
it's
he's
him and the Josh Lyman character from West Wing, whose name is Brad Whitford.
Oh, Brad Whitford.
They're like the co-stars.
Yeah, Eric from Billy Madison.
Yeah,
We're in truly niche territory.
Okay, so I started listening to the Matt Perry audiobook.
Oh, okay.
from Friends,
Yeah, and he reads it himself.
right.
aka
I don't know
Fat
why I
Perry, the drug addict.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Wow.
He takes a lot of drugs. He keeps like making
Losing his
excuses
teeth.
for it. As
And he
anyone
hates
who's in
Keanu
AA would.
Reeves. That's the end.
Yeah,
about
he
it.
keeps saying like, and yet Keanu Reeves walks among us. Like anytime one of his friends dies.
Yeah. But so you heard that there was a show he did in the mid 2000s that you hadn't heard of.
Yeah, so he's talking about this show, and he's like, he doesn't say the name of the show first, but he's like, oh, there's going to be, Aaron Sorkin's going to be,
and Tommy
writing it,
Schlamme.
and
Tommy Schlamme.
It's sure to be a hit.
Which is the West Wing, the same director, same writer.
Yeah.
I think I
The
remember
partnership.
Yeah, he's like, everybody around Hollywood was already predicting this
yeah.
was going to get Emmys and stuff.
Yeah, because Sorkin left the West Wing after season 4, famously. He also got arrested in between seasons for bringing mushrooms and I think weed, maybe ecstasy on a plane. He was also smoking crack a lot at that time.
Damn, what a sick
Hell
guy.
yeah,
and
dude.
making millions and writing every episode of the West Wing. Then he quit, and then they continued the show without him for a few seasons. And in that few seasons, he created a new show.
Which was almost like a bitter, resented kind of message about his relationship with the television industry. So Matt Perry and Brad Whitford play these two guys that have been fired from basically SNL.
Yeah.
Right.
But the show is called, what, Studio 60 on Sunset Strip?
Yeah, when SNL is 30 Rockefeller.
Right.
But the show itself is
called
that.
the place where they shoot it.
Within
which
the
is-
show.
Yeah.
What's the show called in the show that they're making?
Oh, it's been so long.
I thought it was just called...
Is it just called Studio 60?
Probably.
Maybe.
I think so. Anyway, they're like, we fired these guys a couple of years ago because they were writing some controversial material, even though it was very popular at the time. Then they fire the head writer who gets up at the end of the episode.
They do the thing from Network.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you seen Network?
I've
Patty
seen
Chayefsky?
the clip.
Well, yeah. So he gets up and he does this whole rant and goes, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." And they do that exact thing at the start of this show where the old writer stands up and basically goes live on TV and like rails against the network, gets himself fired.
Gets himself fired. They bring back Matt Perry and Brad Whitford. Matt Perry's a bit of a loose cannon. Maybe he's got Asperger's. Maybe
He's
not.
taking pills for his back.
He's taken pills, but he's a genius. When he sets his mind to it, he
You
can
know?
write a real cracking sketch.
Yeah.
This went for one season.
Yeah, it's
Was he in the opening scene where you first meet him? Aren't they at the Emmys or something?
It's a pretty good scene. They're sitting
Yeah.
around a big table, circular table, and at first I'm like, where are they? What's going on? And eventually they show like a stage where
ceremony?
somebody's giving out awards.
Yeah.
They're at some sort of Writers Guild award ceremony. He's complaining about his relationship with his family to Brad Whitford. As that's happening, you're like watching it and you're pretty engaged in this because it's two funny actors and we're being introduced to their backstory. And then in the background you hear them say like, and the recipient of the award is this guy. And then Brad's like, you got to go up on stage now. So he's kind of like, he's cool, right?
Yeah.
He's not even listening. He's not even paying attention. And he's like, but I got to get my daughter and my wife back as he's walking back on stage. And he accepts the award and he gives a very classy speech. Also, the woman from the OJ show is in it.
Amanda Peet is the female, right?
She plays the head prosecutor
from
in the OJ.
Jason Biggs film Evil Woman
Oh, really?
with Steve Zahn.
But anyway, the reason I wanted to talk about that was because, yeah, it's like, sure, Matt Perry is kind of the main guy, and then Brad Whitford is the producer.
Yeah,
but
they're the
really the
partners.
duo. If there's a star, it's the two of them.
It's a co-lead
In
show,
the audio book, he's like, they offered me $80,000 per episode for the show.
He's just
and
come off
unfortunately,
Friends.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because he just came off Friends where you
Getting
didn't
$1
pay.
million an episode
Yeah.
for that last season.
So he negotiated a little higher, something like 800,000
Which
per
like
episode.
how, right? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an hour-long show as well, so you should be getting more than on a half hour, but it is
Yeah.
a first season.
Oh, and there's a shitload more dialogue for him to learn. And
Yeah.
It's more complicated and stuff. But he's like, and originally it was presented as an ensemble cast show. But I said if I was going to do the show, I would need to be the lead. They quickly agreed and changed my contract. And then he talks about the show,
Yeah.
but he doesn't go back to that. But he's not the lead by any stretch of the imagination. It's like
Yeah, it's-
him and Brad.
Yeah, it's
but it's if not that, it is an ensemble thing. Like he has as much screen time as anybody else.
It does sound like it's like, all right, we do have delusional actor here.
It's also
We need to
got
placate.
Sarah Paulson long before she became Ryan Murphy's muse and was in every season of every show that he made
Right,
from
or
American
everything
Horror
that
Story and
yeah.
Ratchet and everything. The funny thing is, or the slightly mildly interesting bit of TV trivia for you is that the year that Studio 60 came out, it was the same year that 30 Rock came out.
Yeah.
So they were like competitive shows
And
on
one
the
was-
same network.
And one was good.
One's a half-hour show about working behind the scenes at an SNL type sketch show, and the other one's an hour-long drama comedy about working behind the scenes at an SNL type sketch show. So they were like going head-to-head, and everyone was like, the Sorkin one's going to be the one that goes the way and wins all the Emmys. Got cancelled after one season. The 30 Rock went like 6 years.
Yeah, they're both good, but 30 Rock probably a little bit better. I heard that Aaron Sorkin even sent Tina Fey flowers and chocolates to be like,
he
good luck.
shows up in 30 Rock. He has a cameo as himself, and he goes like, "Walk with me," and he parodies that. And he meets her in like a writer's room or like a waiting room to get a job or something. And then she's like, "It's Aaron Sorkin from Studio 60." Yeah,
I watched The Whole Nine Yards recently as well, which has Bruce Willis
and
Matt
Matthew
Perry
in it.
Yeah, Matt Perry movies, because I watched a ton of these. I watched the whole 9 yards. I watched the whole 10 yards. And what was that one with Liz Hurley? Do you remember that one? Seeking
Well, I don't know.
Susan or something like that.
Oh.
that sounds familiar.
Serving Sarah.
Ah.
Because he was serving her with papers.
Oh, and then he falls in love with
Oh,
her.
hold on. It's
Yeah,
time
'cause-
for a new segment because Morgan sneezes. I talked
went
over
away.
my sneeze. God damn it.
Talk
That's
through.
fucked.
I talked through my sneeze.
Dude, you're not meant to hold on to a sneeze, man. It's like blue balls, man. You
No,
gotta
it
get
makes
that
my
out.
next orgasm 20% stronger.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
okay.
always going up to girls and I'm like, please, can you make me sneeze? It just hurts so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just rub some pepper under my nose or something.
I wonder if that's a fetish.
Sneezing.
Yes.
Sneeze fetish.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that
I know.
anything.
Do you wanna
sneeze on my
face today?
It's probably a Matthew Perry fetish.
Sneeze on
God.
my dick.
Well, that's when they were talking about serving Sarah with Liz Hurley. She was like, "Yeah, I like him, but we did have to shut down production because he was just like gone benzo crazy,
Yeah.
all the entire time."
Yeah.
I
That's
like that movie
sad.
too. I thought it was
Benzo crazy is bad.
He is always
Yeah.
benzo crazy.
He's always benzo crazy.
He's always been so crazy. Well, what a movie. What a classic. What a classic
Stratton.
movie. Stratton was...
Strap in for Stratton.
Yeah.
And it's
I-
another star-making performance from Dominic Cooper, who
Who did not become a star
Who
from
did
this
not.
movie. Yeah.
I wanted to find out what the limerick was that him and when he catches up with his old mate, when Stratton catches up with his old boaty mentor, they're walking down, they're having a few drinks, and it's something like, there once was a man from Trent whose penis became rather bent.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the rest of it. But at the end...
was that really in there?
Yeah.
I feel like I was looking
Yeah.
at the screen,
Because
but
I love
I
a
didn't
good limerick.
take in a
Limericks
lot.
are sick.
Yeah, no.
And then,
What's your favorite limerick?
I don't know what
after
the
this,
third
after
line or
this.
the fourth. I don't know any limericks.
Yeah.
That's why I like them so much because I'm like they're like a little magic trick or something.
Yeah.
whenever I hear them.
I only know the ones that what was the comedian, old big Italian guy going Dice Clay, Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, yeah.
He would always be like, "Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet." And I was like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitch!"
Hickory duck.
You seen what he's doing recently?
Nah.
He just walks up to people filming himself and he goes, "No, I'm sorry, I don't have the time to take a picture." And they go, "What?" It's really good.
He did a show on Showtime called Dice, and Natasha Leggero played his like fictional wife, and it was just a show about his real life where because he lived in Vegas for ages, he would do shows in Vegas, but then he lost all his money gambling and then was so in debt that he had to just do shows at this casino for ages, like every night to make up for it for like ages, which is kind of like what happened to Elvis. But yeah, it's kind of like a Curb type show, but it's about Andrew Dice Clay, and it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's kind of watchable. It's not good, but it's like kind of watchable.
I'll check that out. I'll also check out the John Claude Van Damme show that was. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? He plays
He
a
did a
movie.
movie. He did a
plays
movie where he played himself, just called
Oh, it was a movie.
JCVD.
Oh, I thought it was a TV show. I was like, there's no way I'm getting through this.
I thought that was a documentary when I looked at it, and then I found out it was like a...
It's him playing himself.
Like a fictional... It's similar to...
the Nick Cage one.
The Crocodile Dundee one, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
no, you mean the Crocodile Hunter one.
The Crocodile Hunter...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Crocodile Dundee.
I thought you were talking about Collision.
The Amazing Mr. Dundee.
We're talking about the Amazing Mr.
Dundee.
Dundee
that we
3.
that we did on this.
Quote unquote Dundee
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Actually,
But-
speaking of Friends stars and shows that are kind of like Curb, the one with Lisa Kudrow called The Comeback is very good.
Love the comeback.
I've actually heard that. That's really good.
It's
and
really
there's
good.
two
It's
seasons
There's two
really
seasons,
far
like
up.
Yeah, like 10
5
years
years,
later.
12 years?
10, it was like 10, yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't love? Stratton. Anyway, but I do love David Stratton.
He
I
didn't
think-
show up once, though.
I wonder how soft his skin is.
Nowadays, the
Yeah,
dude
it's
would
gotta
be like
I reckon,
in his
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
I mean, Pomerance's was certainly not soft.
I reckon he's got really thin skin. Like if you looked into his eyes, you could see all the veins.
Oh, the translucentness.
underneath this
Yeah.
part.
Can I just say, can people go over to David Stratton's YouTube and watch his videos? Because they're getting like maybe a couple of hundred views each.
He
And he's
deserves
putting
more.
out
Has he?
reviews,
Still.
modern ones, yeah. He's
He's been usurped by people like Mark Kermode in England, and then
Yeah.
people like
The truly rotten potato boy. He's
Man.
being usurped left, right, and center. He can't sit on a fucking chair because they keeps getting usurped from the throne.
Do you think he just never recovered from his hatred of the castle? That he's like
it slowly rotted
that
away.
like
at him.
over 20 years that movie got more popular, more nostalgic, more just like part of the culture, and they're just like, oh, you didn't even fucking like the castle, mate. Why would I listen to you?
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like it spoke to me. I couldn't get on the wavelength of the humor.
I'll tell you why. Because I own an airport and it spoke to my values in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
I think it's just because
Fuck the little guy.
he couldn't get Margaret to leave her husband, but she just wanted assurance that he'd be there for her after, and he'd say, "Now, Margaret, I'm not here to just assure you. We need to have different opinions."
Oh, David, you've had too much sherry again.
Margaret, I give that blowjob 3 stars.
Oh, David, I give that penis 4 stars. Oh, Margaret.
4 stars for 4 inches.
That's not
Should we
very
give
intense.
Stratton a rating out of 10?
What do you
Put
think
it
of
on-
David Stratton?
I think I like him. I really like him.
Yeah.
Well, like it
Out of 10.
genuinely.
Out of 10.
Out of 10 makes me think that I don't like him as
Wait,
much
we're
because
just
I
talking
went
about the guy?
8 in my head and I was
Yeah,
like,
you
"Oh,
said let's give
I
our
mean the
reviews.
movie. I need to put it on my little list.
Can we do David Stratton first?
Yeah, let's do David
First.
Stratton as a movie reviewer.
Get him out
As
of
a
the way.
movie reviewer, you know what? I really like watching a bit of David
Me
Stratton
too.
because especially when he doesn't like something that's clearly good or fun, it's like, yeah, hell
Watching
yeah.
him cringe.
Just
and-
imagining him watching Joker and going, ugh.
I like the idea of if he accidentally, it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where if you say lock it in, you can't go, oh no, I said the wrong thing.
Can't undo
So
it.
every now and then he's like, oh, I hated this one, 5 stars. No, wait, no, sorry, no, like, sorry, David, you said it. It's locked in as soon as you say the star rating.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought you were saying like they keep cloning David Stratton, and at the end he gives the rating, and then he's like, no, wait. He just kill it.
Like the Prestige, they just drop him in a vat of water and he drowns.
People can't know how these reviews are made.
Look, I like him, but for me, he's too old. Once you reach a certain age, you've pretty much seen everything and done everything.
I give
And
David
so-
Stratton 1 faded star.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like the guy.
Feels too mean.
He had a book called I Peed on Fellini.
He did.
Yeah.
That's a real. Yeah, for a second I thought you were just going to go, I peed my pants.
Fellini. Did Fellini direct 7.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of
It's
his
on
stuff.
the Criterion. Do you know Criterion does streaming? Yeah.
How much is the subscription service?
That might be
I
my
think
shit.
it's like it's fairly decent. So if there are any actual cinephiles in this podcast, I don't know why you'd be listening to this show, but
Yeah, Criterion's got a pretty good hit rate if you want movies that didn't get 0%.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
don't
great.
think they've done it
Although
yet.
You will never find any of these movies.
they've
on
got like Pink Flamingos on there, which is like it's going to be
Is
hard
that
to
John
explain
Waters?
to people. Yeah, it's got like incest blowjobs and chicken sex and
the best kind of
Oh, yeah.
blowjobs.
eat dog shit. It's pretty awesome.
Give me a rating of the actual movie, you flog.
And be honest.
You Gronk.
And be honest.
It would have been a 1 star, but I got like 3 really big laughs out of it, when Tom Felton killed himself.
Yeah.
It was just so sudden and silly.
Well, it's because he said this one's for Harry Potter.
And then, sorry, am I peeking like crazy?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, the stuff hasn't even hit yet.
Oh, I can't feel my legs. I'll say for each laugh that adds at least a 0.5. So let's go
That's generous.
2.5.
2.5.
They were big laughs.
You know
No,
what you gave? Do you know what you gave London Fields? 9.9.
That's correct.
Which one's
that?
that?
Is correct. You know what?
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
You can pay attention
was-
start to finish. I was hooked.
Yeah, that was fun.
This movie, I was genuine. You know what? Let's take that down to a 1.5.
I just put it in. This is in stone. No, you know what? I just told you about the Stratton rule. Once you say the stars, it's locked in.
you don't understand.
Yeah. Morgan, what do you think of Stratton the film?
This was really a story as old as time, I think.
And he means that in a bad way. He's seen this story so many times.
Old. And like time, it just seemed to never end. I wanted to put an end to it. I wanted to put a close to it. I'm going to give it a 1 because, it was so uneventful. It was so middle of the road and nothing. If we were born in 2010 or something, like around that time, and we were doing this podcast in 20 or 30 years, I reckon all of these movies that we're watching now in this decade, I would enjoy a whole lot more. For the novelty
if you were
of
like 7 years old when you watched it, or if you watched it back in the future.
No, what I'm saying is if we were all born a decade later, then these movies that are based in 2017 and around this area... I'd say 2 decades later.
Yeah.
It would be like watching movies from the 90s. No, let's go 3 decades later. It'd be like watching... This would be in the equivalent of 1987, right?
Right.
If we were born 30 years later. Then I would enjoy the movie more because there would be more... look at the curious clothes that they're wearing and the technology. It would be cringier.
Feel how things have changed and you can sort of have fun with it. It's a snapshot.
I'm always aware of that because when we're talking about those older movies from the 80s and stuff, like if they were made today... they would probably lose a lot of their charm for me. Anyway, that's by the by. I give this 1 because it was made in 2017. It was boring and
fucking sucked.
What about you, Deck?
Yeah, I tend to agree with the fellas on this one. I preferred this movie when it was a Shakespeare play. I preferred this movie when it was written by Aristotle in the Greek times. Now it's too old. It's too boring. There really is no reason to ever watch this. If you're listening to this and you're like, I should do the list as well, or I should follow along with the boys.
Yeah, we should do a
You
guide
should
of
do the
ones to
list.
just not watch.
Yeah, there's definitely a few that are just not worth watching because it's not a train wreck by any means. It's competently made. Totally, it looks fine. It's got
It's more
budget.
of a boat wreck, if you ask me, or a shipwreck.
It's like a boat crash. But yeah, it's not worth checking out. Simon West has done better films. If you want to watch some schlocky action stuff, go watch Con Air.
Con Air, yeah.
Maybe watch the Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie
That's
movie.
a lot of fun. It's got like the big robot. And she sort of fights the robot and she's all wet.
She's rather sexy. She's rather sexy.
She does get wet in that one.
She does. She's
There's
wet
no
for
one
a
getting
lot
wet
of
in
it.
this except for the opening scene where they go diving, and it's not worth seeing. I'm going to go 1.8, which is just... It's boring. And our podcast is way funner than watching the movie.
Our podcast is severe.
Bart.
What are you going to give it?
What do you think of this movie, Bart?
Geez, man, I think I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Don't have a cow, man.
Bart, we don't have that many points to give around.
Sorry, Dad.
Have you been sharing
I've
points
just
with
been
Millhouse?
skating all day. Geez, Mr. Simpson.
Well, I watched Simpsons and I'm like, this Bart guy, he did a few little pranks.
Yeah.
Sometimes he was not very bad at all. He'd just be like, bite me, or he'd be like, eat my shorts, which is about as G-rated. But at the time, remember George Bush was like, we should be more like the somethings and not like the Simpsons. And he was like the worst
More
a
like
little
the
boy could
Jeffersons
be.
and less like the Simpsons.
Yeah. And they're really not that bad. But if it was nowadays, Bart would be playing Fortnite, calling everyone an N-word in the server, like hacking people, stealing their crypto.
Hacking into people's asses.
Yeah. He'd be raping, killing. He'd
would.
be going... He'd be
Raping
he would.
and killing.
And
He'd be a
pillaging.
TikTok star who just goes around like I don't know, throwing pig's blood on people's faces.
You make it sound like we're in the end times and the children are coming.
That's what I believe.
They will.
Hey, I'm allowed to have my own beliefs, and there's no reason anyone should question them.
I'm scared of kids. He's had a couple kids try to break into his damn house.
Yeah,
There's
they were like old Bart Simpson characters.
They're wearing Bart Simpson masks.
I wish they'd just done a little light graffiti.
You couldn't even see the seam
Del
between their
Barto.
hairline and skin.
Yeah, they
it was
went
terrifying.
straight from forehead to hair.
It was like what's that John Carpenter movie?
The Thing.
No, the one.
Friday Night Lights.
No,
The Last House on the Left.
No,
that's Craven.
That's Craven. Fucking
Are all
Jesus.
his movies?
Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, I've seen
all
that.
his movies always have like
Banger.
house or precinct or like they have a location.
Yeah,
Is that
they just
because
tell you where
he's
they
a
are.
carpenter and he has
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he builds
Because he built the
things.
place and he's
Yeah.
like, I've got to. No one's looking at
Yeah,
these.
I'm going to make a movie based on that
Carpenter's
place.
an interesting character because he also writes the scores to his movies. So he has like the Halloween scores, kind of like
Yeah.
a classic.
Yeah.
Love his
But
scores.
he's also like an old curmudgeon who hated the people who he grew up with that were making movies. Like he hated Spielberg and Lucas, and then he hates everything now.
8,
Yeah.
7,
But they brought him back.
6, 5, 4, 3.
And that's Stratton,
2,
baby. That's
1.
Stratton, baby.
I'm sorry, go on.
What was the countdown for? I'm running out of memory
No,
card.
just
or
counting
something.
down to exactly 1 hour.
Hey.
Just always pleased when we get to the 1 hour mark, you know?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Does anyone have any final Stratton thoughts?
I'm just excited to have a barbecue with you boys. And
Yeah, I'm pretty
fry up
keen.
a
I'm
steak and
feeling
have a-
hungry.
What do we got? I'll tell you what we've got here. You guys want to hear this? What do you guys think that is? The
Oh,
listeners at home, can you hear that?
I can see that it's bread. Oh, fuck, not me.
Now you guys
Okay.
got to close your eyes and tell me what you think this
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to hit the meat. You tell me what it is.
Wait, it's meat?
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to hit this kind of meat, and you tell me what.
My eyes are closed.
Hit this food. You tell me what it is.
I think it's steak, but I saw you pick it up.
Okay. Very
My
good.
eyes are closed.
Okay. Now what's this one?
That's
Is it a thicker steak?
that's just steak again.
Okay. What about this one?
What the hell? What the fuck?
You're just saying the word sausages. Is it mincemeat?
What do you think that one is?
Kangaroo meat.
Oh, these are going to
gonna-
be good, boys. Lamb rocket, feta, and pepper sausages.
Oh,
Now, for the people at home, there's sausages on the table.
yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, boys.
Riverina
hello,
halloumi.
Amy.
Yeah, can't wait. All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
All right, happy Honolulu, everybody.
Happy Honolulu.
Stay safe and
Rest in peace to Hayden Quinn.
Yeah, that was it. It was him.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.